Alright, Shalom. I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. And I give double honors to the apostles and elders which rule the great millstone, and to you hopeful elect out there that's pushing this truth with sincerity, honesty, and faith, that's watching daily and is keeping integrity, because we're coming to tough times, man. Shit ain't even hit the fan yet, okay? So I'm going to jump right into this. You see this picture right here I found. And it says, life is not about who's real to your face. It's about who's real behind your back. All right? Because you got a lot of, you ain't got a lot, but you got a couple, situations out here that's going on. I watched a video earlier today or earlier tonight. And it just sort of motivated me to do a video. And the scripture just kept coming to my mind. And I kept replaying it because we're in the time of offenses, man. The more we get close to the end, the more we get close to going home, things are going to get crazier. Things are going to get more out of hand. Esau is going to start doing different things. Brothers are going to start also tightening up. Okay? The circle's going to start tightening up. And that's why we pray every day that Yahweh Shem Yahushua keep us in this thing and keep us in the straight and narrow path that we have to walk to Lord willing to get into that spot of being his elect. Okay, so I brought this up right here to tell you brothers to say, look, man, it's not about how you treat you treat brothers to their face, but then behind their back you do all types of weird stuff, man. You only, talk to brothers to try to, get into some kind of position to have something over them, man. Because right now, the Most High is allowing us to come back into a somewhat of a brotherhood. Because, let me read this real quick. I always bring this out on the streets because we're in the curses. And we're not going to get out of the curses till Yahweh Shem Yahushai take us out of here. But as he sets up this truth, he's allowed us to come into a brotherhood, which we haven't had for thousands of years. Okay, even when you look into the northern and the southern kingdom, the Most High split that up by the way of Jeroboam and Rehoboam. Now you have in the days that's coming to the end, you have Yahweh Shem Yahushai that's bringing, because if you look at the different camps, especially in GMS, what do you see? You see Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are standing at camp together and fellowshipping together. Okay? If we had that back in the days, but now it's the Most High is replenishing that and bringing it back to the forefront. Okay? So let me read this real quick. This is the book of Deuteronomy 28 in verse 54. It says, so that the man that is tender and delicate among you and very salakim, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. You see, it says it shall be evil towards his brother, because that's what you have now. You have, brothers that's trying to go against other brothers and put men out there and speak about the apostles and the elders, and they want to, try to bring up different type of things. But if you look beyond that, you got some brothers that the Most High is allowing to actually be brethren and be show love to each other. Okay, it says love thy neighbor. Hold on, let me get this quick precept. This is the book of Deuteronomy 15, and the Most High is allowing us to come, somewhat back together again, okay? And we're going to get fully back together in the kingdom, okay? That's why the elders and apostles go at these other guys in these other camps and, rebuke them. Because we're not coming together yet, but we have a small patches of brotherhood, and that's a beautiful thing, okay? So this is the verse, the main verse that was going through my mind earlier tonight. And it says, this is Matthew 18 and 7. It says, woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must need that the offenses come. See that? It says it must need that the offenses come. But woe to that man by whom the offenses cometh. Because you got brothers out, you ain't gonna say brothers, you got guys out there that's offended, man. That's trying to come, who knows what kind of gain they're gaining from it, but in their mind of trying to say that they're doing whatever kind of work that they're doing in the name of the Lord, they ain't doing that. They're just trying to demonize brothers and make brothers look off, look wrong, and try to how you say, put them out there, and that's a off thing, man. Especially when you're dealing with apostles and elders, men that have been doing the work for years, as long as some brothers have been alive. Okay, so I'm gonna read that again, and then we'll go into these words, and I'm gonna read some precepts and go from there. It says, "Woe unto the world," and that it says because of offenses. For it must need that offenses come. So it's needed that these things are going to come because we're coming to the end. All right. So let me get out some of these words. And it says, "Woe unto the world," and that world right there is cosmos. See? So it's talking about a sect, and what it's saying, woe unto Israel, man. Okay, because you're gonna have Israelites that are gonna offend, man. That are going to go into all types of madness, especially going at brothers, man. Okay? And it says, woe unto the world because of offenses. Now, let's go into this word offenses. The word there is Delano. Delano. Let me try to play it. They usually don't like to play, but
Strong's G 4625.
Water.
Scandalon.
Scandala. Okay. And then let's read it. It says the movable stick or trigger of a trap. A trap stick. When you remember those old cartoons where you used to have a box and a stick that held up the box and used to catch like rabbits and small game like that. That's what I think of when it means a trigger of a trap. Or you have remember old Predator movie where you would they would have this elaborate trap and it'd just be a little stick that it would take to trigger that trap, and it would cause harm or even death. So it says a trap, snare, an impediment placed in the way and causing one to stumble or fall. And that's what these guys are trying to do. They're trying to make men stumble and fall at their offense, at the thing that they're putting out there, and trying to negate this. At the end of the day, we're gonna go off, man. Every brother is gonna go off. We're not perfect. That's why we need Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to come and take us and change us, so we don't go off. But until then, we're stuck in these vile bodies, and we're stuck trying. It says an impediment placed in the way and causing one to stumble or fall, a stumbling block, occasion of stumbling, i.e. a rock, which is a cause of stumbling. All right. And it says figuratory applied to Yahweh Shah Mashiach, whose person and career were also contrary to the expectation of the Jews concerning the Messiah. But let me go, this is the other definition. It says any person or thing by which one is entrapped, drawn into error or sin. Okay? So that's where you have these guys that are doing these things. They're being that stumbling block. They're trying to put a impediment in the way of the truth. At the end of the day, the things that you want to bring out and put out into the so-called air, that's not furthering anything. That's not furthering you getting out of Babylon, and that's not putting you closer to being in that number. Okay? And it says because of offenses, it says woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must need be. Okay, let me get this word right here. Needs. And the word there is, let's play it.
Strong's G 318. Anake.
And it says, necessity imposed either by circumstance or by law of duty regarding to one's advantage, custom, argument, calamity, distress, straits. Okay, so it must need that these things come. It's needed. Because this is going to make us stronger. Because like the elders were telling us and the apostles, you know, you can't trust every damn thing, man. You can't put yourself out here. All right, so I'm going to read this. It says, woe to that man by whom the offense is cometh. Because, hey, you have to pay. Every idle word men shall answer for. So let me read these quick scripts and I'm going to close on out. Because, hey, the point is there. These guys are just putting themselves in their lot. Let me read this. Is Ecclesiasticus 6 in verse, let's start at verse 5. It says, sweet language will multiply friends, and a fair speaking tongue will increase kind greetings. Be in peace with many, nevertheless have but one counselor of 1,000. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. For some man is a friend for his own occasion, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble. And that's what you see going on right now. Guys were cool with men, high-ranking men, or other brothers for their own occasion. If it's so-called furthered them or do whatever sick thing they got in their mind. And it says, and there's a friend who being turned to enmity and strife will discover thy reproach. So let's look up that word reproach. That word reproach. Let's go to Merriam. That word reproach, it's an expression of rebuke or disapproval, an act or action of reproaching or disapproval, to a cause or occasion of blame, discredit, or disgrace. Is that not what they're doing? Read it again. It says, and there's a friend who being turned to an enmity and strife will discover thy reproach. Again, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction. But in thy prosperity he will be as thyself, and will be a bold, it says, and will be bold over thy servants. You know, he'll go in, yeah, brother Khan. You know, go in this, go do, do that, do this, man. And hey, man, look, at the end of the day, of course you have love with brothers. But it says, have few. Have a sect few. It's a beautiful thing for me to have brothers in my life that I can, actually, deal with. And brothers know that. And if you deal with me on another level, you know that, man. Like I said, look, I treat brothers like it's myself, man. And that's just something that's out there. That's just something that I've learned to cherish, okay, in my walk with this truth. To treat, because look, it's not all about self sometimes. You have to put others above yourself sometimes, in a way, especially when it comes to your brother, man. Okay? Because what did Yahweh Shai do? He gave his life for the sheep. Says the good shepherd, man. He laid his life down for the sheep. And it says, again, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction. But in thy prosperity he will be as thyself, and will be bold over thy servant. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee, and will hide himself from thy face. Separate thyself from thine enemy, and take heed of thy friends. Alright? You see that, man? So hey, that's what you got going on now. But on the other side of this, man, hey, brothers, we have a great opportunity that the Yahweh Shem Yahushua is setting up for us to have a brotherhood again. It's just these offenses must come. That's the main thing I kept, saying to myself, man. Hey, you got to be grounded, man. You see these things going on. Hey, just hunker down, okay? But these things must come. They must be revealed. And the Most High is just like the elders and apostles always tell us. He's shifting, man. He's one way or another. The grain, it ain't gonna fall. The good parts ain't gonna fall, man. So that's all I wanted to touch. Not too long, but I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, and to you hopeful elect out there that's keeping faith. Shalom.